created using Powtoon. Hello folks, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I just want to share my story with my situation back in 1981 in the United States Marine Corps. I was sitting in a chapel during boot camp, and a chaplain tapped me on the shoulder and asked me to come into his quiet room. As I was walking into his quiet room, I had no idea what he wanted from me. It was then that God was setting my life in motion. So the chaplain sat me down and he says, Ralph, I've noticed that you like to help people, you motivate people, you're always walking around with a smile. And I wanted to know, and this is the chaplain saying this to me, I wanted to know, Ralph, would you like to volunteer and become a lay leader? And of course, I had no idea what a lay leader was. So he explained to me what a lay leader was. It's somebody that is a liaison between the recruits and the chaplain. So when the recruits have issues, problems, or anything like that, they go to the lay leader, and they go to the chaplain as the lay leader to let the chaplain know of the situations that are happening. It was then in 1981 that God already had a plan for me, and what when there from that point on was that God realized that no matter how long it would take for me to achieve what God already knew what was going to happen to me, He would let me go down into the worst extremes in life. So from 1981 as a lay leader, and I'm going to show you the medal now with a lay leader, the front and the back. This is the back of the medal, and then the front looks like this. So in 1981, at Paris Island, South Carolina, when I became a lay leader, God already had my life set in motion. But again, He wanted me to set my own course in life. So I went down the years and the course of my life, and did some of the worst things possible to my own body through alcoholism. God already said to Himself, well, I'm going to wait for Ralph to get close to hitting rock bottom. So from 1981 until 2011, which is 30 years, God came to me again and He said, Ralph, are you ready to continue helping other people? That's when I formed Mastic Beach Outreach 2011, and what that was is for older people and mentally and physically challenged people, that my wife and I would help them by giving them clothing, food, possibly, like in one case, tires for someone's car. And so God said, okay, he is getting better, but he's still not ready to do what I really wanted him to do. So in 2011, I continued my alcoholism to the point of 10 to 15 shots a day. As time went further, two years down the road, it became worse and worse with my alcoholism. In 2013, God finally put His big hand on my head and says, are you ready now? That is when I hit rock bottom. June 22nd, 2013, I reached out and I finally admit that I had an alcohol problem. It was then when God lifted me up and set my life in motion for today, September 2nd, 2014. So from 2013 until 2014, I continue educating myself and you, others, through my websites, through my videos on how to battle with addiction. And God saw this, and He said to Himself, Ralph is still continuing helping people. So in between 2013 and 2014, as time was going by, and I proved to God that I was really reforming myself, that God introduced me to Dr. Luis Gonzalez. I had been toying with the idea about becoming a substance abuse counselor until I ran into an article about recovery coaching. So I thought it was very ironic that God had planted Dr. Luis Gonzalez from Starting Point, that's StartingPointMN.com, 844-414-844, into my life. Dr. Luis Gonzalez gave me the educational programming to turn me into a recovery coach. So while I was training for Dr. Luis Gonzalez to become a recovery coach, and today, my father comes from South Carolina to visit, and we're looking at my shrine, which my wife calls a shrine, which is all my Marine Corps ribbons and medals. And my father asked me, Ralph, what is this medal for? What is this particular medal for? And I then said to myself, here's where it all came together. I finally realized what that medal stood for and how it influenced me in my life. It was back in 1981 that God knew already that I would eventually, towards the middle or 60% of my life, be out to help other people, to continuously help people, to motivate people, to coach people. So it was from 1981 to 2011 that I ran my life to the ragged ends, to the pit of the worst. And then from 2011 to 2013, even worse than that. And then June 22nd, 2013, finally helped myself up with the grace of God. And in 2014, became an addiction recovery coach. And all that epiphany came to me due to my father asking me what this stood for. This particular silver medal, when he asked me that, it all finally came together, that God had bigger and better plans for me. And this is what I'm telling you, folks. There is a plan for you. No matter what the plan might be, you don't know what it is, but there is a plan for you. It's just a matter of you figuring it out. So why don't you let me help take your life back? Thank you. God bless you, and have a sober day. Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back. Today is September 4th. It's about 3:30 in the morning. I just want to share with everyone something this morning. I saw a demonstration maybe about a month ago in reference to our dark side and the power of prayer. If you continuously pray over and over and over again, things will eventually become clear. Although a lot of times when we pray to God, we don't get answers right away. But if you continuously pray over and over, things become clear. So the demonstration involves this bottle, and if you see, the inside of this bottle is all dark liquid. That represents our dark side. And this cap represents our limitations. So we as a human, which is the bottle, have limitations, which is this cap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bottle into the sink, and we're going to do a demonstration. So let me put that there. I'm going to turn the camera around so that everybody can see it. And hopefully you folks can all see it now. Okay, so you see the bottle. I'm going to turn the water on. Okay, so now everything inside is dark, which represents our body and our inside. And what I'm going to do, and this clear water represents our prayer. So you see the continuous water running. I'm going to now, as the prayer, as we're praying, I'm going to lift our limitations, which is the cap. And we're going to slowly add our prayer to this. We all go through dark times. I mean, I've had some dark years. I just didn't understand everything that was happening. I'm going to admit it that I'm not a super patient person. I tend to want answers right away and know what's happening and what I can do to solve it. I don't like not being happy and confident about things. It's just not who I am. But when I get down, it takes a lot for me to get back up. If we pray for a sign, which is this, the water is prayer, but just give up because we feel like God's already heard our prayer and He knows what we need, but He hasn't answered. It's kind of like when we were kids in a toy store and we kept asking our mom and dad for toys, but we never got any results. Yeah, it never worked for me either, but you get what I mean. Anyway, that is exactly what's happened to me in the past years. I have prayed and prayed and prayed, but haven't really gotten any results. The answer I thought God would give me, and especially in the time of praying, I thought my problems would be fixed, which was all before 2013. Then in 2013, my cap of limitations was lifted. This is the cap, remember this now, was lifted off the bottle, which is my body. Here is where I will just show you how that worked for me. So basically we all have dark sides, which is what's in the bottle, was in the bottle. We are facing, and we take the limitations off our mind, which was the cap I lifted. Don't limit what He can do, because we have to just trust in the Lord. That sometimes even after we pray and we just give up, and it is often why we get defeated. However, even though nothing has really changed, we just keep praying. That's the prayer, the sign of the prayer, the flowing Lord. Just keep praying and never ever give up praying. And if we do that and devote ourselves completely to the Lord, He will pull us through. The dark times will go away, and we just have to be patient. I know it's hard. Being patient truly is a virtue. But by never ever giving up on prayer, it's going to show you that God will eventually answer all your prayer. And the more we pray, which is this water going into the bottle, one day everything will become clear. You see how clear this is now? That is the power of prayer. Folks, I think that demonstration says it all. If we had a bottle which represents our body, and the bottle, everything was dark on the inside, and the water coming out of the faucet represents the prayer, day after day after day, just keeps adding to the darkness which was in the bottle. Eventually, all that prayer has to turn what was dark inside this bottle, which is our body, has to change and become as clear as this water in here. That, folks, is the power of prayer. Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Today we are going to talk about the 30 reasons why you should quit drinking. Yesterday's topic was 10 reasons to stop doing drugs, and I had said that alcohol is part of the drugs category, and I did explain it more into detail on 10 reasons, but these are 30 short but effective reasons why you should stop drinking alcohol. As always, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com. You can reach him at 844-414-8444. That's Dr. Luis Gonzalez. He will help you walk from your addiction to your recovery, hand in hand, 24 hours at a time, one day at a time. He will never ever, like myself, talk about your past. We are not counselors, we're not therapists. What we are addiction recovery coaches, and what we do is help you walk today, worry about tomorrow, and look for a bright future, alcohol and drug free. So you can reach him at 844-414-8444. Another thing, another shout out I want to give to is to globalayeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. They have glasses anywhere from $6 all the way up to $49. And listen very carefully, I want to tell you what those prices include. Those prices include standard, clear, non-coated, scratch-resistant lenses. That's standard, clear, non-coated, scratch-resistant lenses. They include a cloth and they include a case. You might ask, what about if I want progressives? Well, they have them. What if I want transitions? They have them. What if I want line bifocals? They have them. What if I want photochromatic or polarized? They have them. They have anything that you need. You can take your thick prescription and make it about 1/4 or 25% thinner at globalayeglasses.com. They are focused on saving you money. Go to www.globalayeglasses.com. You can also ask me any questions you might have about Global Eyeglasses. I happen to know the company very well, and I'm also a person with 30 years in the optometry business. So reach out to me. You can text me at 631-599-0218, or you can call my hotline at 844-405-HELP. Also, please go to my website, www.takeyourlifebacktodayshow.com, and you can see the latest videos that I have. You can also go to my www.clearviews.info for the 411 on drug addiction and alcohol addiction. On all information. All the information is merely put on there by me as the messenger. I am not a doctor, I am not a counselor, I am not a therapist. What I am is an addiction recovery coach, and what I do is my passion is bring all the information available out there directly into your living room, into your kitchen, into the jails, into the homeless shelters, into wherever, websites, addiction websites. That is my job to do. So let's jump right into the 30 reasons why you should quit drinking. Reason number one, and I'm not going to go through 1, 2, 3, I'm just going to start. Number one is you will immediately have extra money in your pocket. Think about how much money you might have been spending on drugs and alcohol. I can tell you, even at $2 to $3 a shot at a liquor shop of vodka, and I was doing 10 to 15 shots a day, times that, let's say the best scenario is $30 a day. That's $210 a week. That's $840 a month. That is in my pocket since my sobriety. Number 2 is your brain will begin to heal. All those brain cells that were eaten away from alcohol abuse daily will now get better. Let me just turn this down for a minute. Number 3, your liver will begin to heal. Livers will kind of multiply. They expand in the healing process. Their cells come back. By not drinking the alcohol anymore, your liver will begin to heal. Number 4, you will no longer have to hide your drinking issues. I remember the days where I had to disappear somewhere, walk somewhere, go somewhere to get my fix, to get my drinks into me, not thinking that anyone would even know, but my family, immediate family, knew I was doing drinking. They knew I always had to run out for a reason. Now that you quit drinking, now that one of those reasons are to not have to hide your drinking problem anymore. Number 5 is your spouse will immediately have new respect for you, whether it's your wife, your husband, your partner. They will respect you immediately because they see the difference in you. Number 6, your face will clear up and your complexion will become so much better. Your coloring will come back. Your eyes won't be as droopy looking. Your eyes won't be as red. Number 7, all the aches and pains in your body will start slowly but surely going away. And you know if you drink a lot of alcohol, those aches and pains, how painful they can be. Number 8, you will no longer have a hangover. Isn't that good to know that you don't have to worry about a hangover? Those are the worst in the morning. And every time you'll say, oh, you know what, I've had it. I won't drink anymore. And by the afternoon, by the nighttime, you're right back into that bottle. Number 9, you'll feel better within days. Give yourself maybe 3 to 5 days where it's coming out of your system, out of your pores, and you will start becoming better. The first couple of days are tough, I tell you, but you have to stick to it. You can never, ever give up on it. Number 10, you will stop hating yourself. There were times I would look in the mirror and I would just say, I am totally disgusted with myself. How can I let myself become who I was? Now I look in the mirror and I say, good job, job well done. I am here, a better person. I am here as your messenger to help you take your life back. Number 11, you will have more energy. You'll be amazed. I used to have to, when I was drinking in the morning, take naps in the afternoon. Then come 8, 9 o'clock at night, after having a couple more drinks, I had to have to go to bed. And you know what? I would wake up in the next morning and I would feel like I didn't even sleep because the alcohol will not let you relax at night. Number 12, you will no longer worry about how to get your next fix, how to get the booze from where is it going to come from? Where are you going to get the money? Are you going to have to steal money again? Number 13, you will your sex life and you know, I don't want to use the word sex, but your intimacy with your partner, your spouse, will become better. It certainly will become better because you're concentrating on not the intimacy as much, but you're concentrating on your partner. You're listening. You're paying attention. Number 14, you will be so much more refreshed in the morning when you wake up. You will actually feel like you slept the night before. Where are we? Number 15, you will not miss work because of your drinking. You'll actually show up for work. You won't have to pretend like you're feeling sick and that's why you didn't show up for work, when in fact it was because of your alcoholism. So now you will not miss work because of drinking anymore. Number 16, your friends will admire you for quitting. They will say, this person, you have the willpower to quit. You can do it, and it's all because you never, ever gave up. Number 17, you will stop wasting time sitting at bars. I always said this jokingly, we're like penguins just standing in the sunshine when we were sitting in the bar. we would just sit there and act foolishly and drink our money away, kill our brain cells, kill our liver, to do it all over again. Now that you have stopped drinking, it is now time you not to waste time at the bars anymore. Your number 18, your five senses will immediately start coming back. It won't be to a point where everything will be back after the first day of quitting drinking, but they will immediately start coming back. Within 3 to 5 days, you'll start feeling better. Number 19, your people will admire you for how good you are starting to look. People will be like, what is the change? Did you get a haircut? Have you lost weight? When in fact, all you're doing is quitting to drink. All you're doing is eliminating that poison that you were putting down into your system. Number 20, you will no longer feel trapped by the drinking. There were times where I felt that if I didn't have a routine in my drinking, that I was not accomplishing what I was supposed to during the day. And I'm not even talking about my job. I'm talking about part of my routine. It's almost like brushing teeth or combing your hair would be to make sure I had my drinks. I thought I could not survive without those drinks. Wrong. Number 21, nothing will come between you and your God. You and your higher power have got this. You have succeeded on learning how to live in recovery. You have succeeded with the power of Jesus to learn to live with your addiction and learn to live in recovery and learn to come up with a passion to serve your Lord even better. Number 22, you will find joy in the little things in life. Little things, maybe going ice skating. But folks, I went skating and I used to play college hockey. I finally went skating after almost 10 years not skating anymore. Almost 10 years of not skating, I finally went skating. And I enjoyed it, even at the age of 53. Seeing my grandchildren, it's a joy. It used to be a chore because all I could think about when I was visiting them was, when am I getting home so I can go into the shed, suck down a couple of vodkas, or run to the store and pick up vodkas. That's all I thought about. Now I think about what is going to be on. We're going to the movies, we're going skating. Number 23, your family will love the new you. They will say, this is the person that we remember. This is the person that we missed, and welcome back to you. Number 24 is, you will feel better than all the years, or as good as all the years previously before you started drinking. All those years of drinking, I'm not saying are wasted years, but they certainly are years that you took away from yourself, from enjoying life. But I always say this, it's never, ever too late to change. And if it is now, it's good. Number 25, you will become youthful again. You'll actually feel 10 years younger. I'm telling you right now, that is the truth of the matter. You will start feeling younger because you're enjoying life a lot more. Life doesn't have to be sitting at the bar. Life does not have to be getting drunk. Number 26, you will start feeling empowered. Folks, when you start taking your life back, you start taking control of your life, and not the alcohol is controlling in your life, not the drugs, but you are empowered for every action in your life. Number 27, you will smile and you will laugh again. People used to always say, boy, he never smiles on pictures. I had no reason to smile. I would smile as I drank the alcohol because that would take me away from everything that was real. It would take me into almost this sense of la la land. But now I've learned that you can smile, you can laugh, even without drugs, even without alcohol. Number 28 is, you will realize all your blessings. Blessings such as grandchildren, blessings as you, my audience, blessings as in my spouse, my children, my animals, blessings to be alive, and thank God that God let me survive this terrible ordeal of alcoholism. Number 29, you will see a bright future. Folks, 2 years ago, year and 3/4 ago, when I first became sober, I never thought, by the passion instituted within me to go out and to witness to my audience, to people in jail, people in homeless shelters, people putting my videos on their websites, that I would have a future as I am now building up. My future is very upcoming as far as the message going out to you, into your living room, into your kitchen, about the bad drug and alcohol epidemic in this country, globally, in your community. It is my passion, it is my desire, and it is my duty to continue doing what I'm doing, and that is a bright future, because I feel that I need to make a difference. I need to put a dent into this epidemic. Number 30, you will be a happier person than you've ever been before. If you have these 30 when you quit drinking, that is unbelievable. But even if you only gained 15 of these 30, that's 15 more than you had when you were drunk. You got to remember that a sober today, I guarantee you, will give you a better tomorrow. That's a no-brainer. And if you start thinking positive, folks, I guarantee you positive things will happen. Let's do a short recap. I'll go through it quickly. The 30 reasons why you should quit drinking. Yesterday, I did a video on the 10 reasons why you should stop doing drugs. And alcohol is a drug. But these are 30 reasons that you should quit drinking. Those are 30 reasons that you'll see pretty much immediately, within 3 to 5 days. You'll see that you're saving money immediately. Because whatever money you were going to use on alcohol, you should put into a little jar, put into a wallet, let somebody hold it, whatever. Your brain will begin to heal immediately. Your liver will begin to heal immediately. You will no longer have to hide your drinking issues because you're not drinking. There are no more lies. Your spouse will immediately have new respect for you. Your face, your eyes, your complexion will all start clearing up. All your aches and pains will slowly but surely disappear. You will never again have a hangover, which is a thumbs up for that. You will feel better within 3 to 5 days. That I will tell you. The first 48 hours are the toughest. You will have more energy. You will no longer worry about how to get the booze, where you're going to get your fix, how you're going to get money, do you need to steal again. Your intimate life will start getting better immediately. You will be more refreshed in the morning. Your friends will admire you for quitting. You will stop wasting time sitting at bars for no reason whatsoever. Your five senses will immediately, 3 to 5 days, come back again. You will no longer feel trapped by the drinking. You will, nothing will ever come between you and your God, your higher power, which I choose to call a 4-letter word, hope, because God is hope. God gives you hope, and nothing will become between you and God. You will find joy in the little things in life. You will feel better than any time in the past years while you were drinking. You will have youthful thoughts and you will act youthful again. You will feel empowered because you are in control, because you took your own life back again. You will smile and laugh again. You will see a bright future, and you will be happier than ever before. Because I am telling you that a sober today, and this is no lie, a sober today, there is no doubt in my mind will give you a better tomorrow. No doubt in my mind. And if you start thinking positive, anything will happen in a positive sense. If you think negative, negative things happen. But if you start thinking positive, positive things will happen. If today is the day that you want to start changing, 2 things have to happen, and these are equally important things that have to happen. Number 1 is that you have to stop denying you have a problem. You have to stop denying that you have an alcohol and or drug problem. And number 2 is, when you stop denying, you have to go for that 4-letter word, hope. And the only hope to help you throughout this whole thing is your higher power, is your God. is your Lord Jesus Christ. In between your admittance, your lack of denying that you have a problem, and God's willpower to guide and direct you, you will start learning how to live with your addiction. Remember this, and I use this example all the time. Your body is like a ship. Your mind is like the captain of your ship. Would you, as the captain, take your ship out into any rough sea, any rough ocean, facing those problems out there without navigation? Of course not, you wouldn't. So where would you get that navigation? Well, this is where your captain, your mind, and your body, which is the ship, need to reach to God. And you have to ask God to navigate you through the rough seas, through the rough ocean. Because I can guarantee you this, as I sit here, God will never, ever not guide and direct you in the proper way. And it all comes down to the power of prayer. You need to pray about everything in life. You need to pray to have a great day. You need to pray to do your job better. You need to pray to have a better relationship with your spouse and children and family. But all that is only through the power of prayer. All that is only through God. Remember, you cannot beat your addiction without having God helping you. You can have God without addiction, but you cannot learn to live with your addiction without the power of Jesus Christ. So it all starts with you, and it all starts today. Let today be the first day of your new life. Now that you have stopped denying that you have a problem and you are hopefully reaching for God, your next step is to come up with an action plan on your recovery. Will it be going to AA, utilizing the 12-step program? Will it be possibly checking into a rehab? I recently did an episode on the 10 top rehab treatment centers here in the United States. Refer to that video, and if you cannot locate it, text me at 631-599-0218 and I will get it over to you. Will it be the treatment center? Will it be AA? Will it be my methods? And my methods are very simple, folks. I wake up in the morning. I think about what my episode will be for today. I do the research on the episode. I do the episode like I'm doing right now before you. And then I do the finishing touches on that episode to publish it right into your living room, right into your kitchen, right into the jails, right into the homeless shelters, right onto other treatment centers' websites. And how does that work, you might ask? Well, think about this. In order to do the research, I'm continuously educating myself on addiction, on recovery, on drugs, on alcohol. In order to do this episode when I sit in front of the camera, I had to literally do these 30 reasons. And then to finish this episode, to edit it, to do the credits, I have to continuously look at these 30 reasons, to continuously think about alcohol and drug addiction and recovery. So let's say if I start at 8 o'clock in the morning doing this, and I finish at 3 in the afternoon, that gave me at least 7 hours of recovery, addiction recovery, educating myself, and being more involved in it. Now, I am not against AA, but I will tell you, you go to AA once a day for an hour and a half, and it's finished. Unless you live the life throughout the day of addiction recovery, the life of educating yourself, the life of making sure that, in my case, my passion is my message out to you continuously. An hour and a half, I feel, is not sufficient enough for you to live with your recovery, with your addiction. Case in point is 5% in the first year of people that go to AA succeed. That means 95% in the first year drop out. I don't know what the reason is, but I will tell you this. AA is a terrific organization. They have great results, but in the first year, for whatever reason, their successful rate isn't that great. And the only thing I can possibly think it might be due to is the fact that people are not dedicated enough to battling their addiction. It is not AA that's causing that. What it is that it's not enough, an hour and a half a day. you need to dive into it at least a half a day each day. Whether it's educating yourself, being involved in helping others with addiction, it is very much recommended by me that you go out and you utilize your passion by helping others, by spreading the word on this epidemic of drug and alcohol abuse in this country and globally. Now that you have a plan, you need to stick to that plan. And one thing you can never ever do is go back to the old ways again, because once you go back to the old ways again, things will start coming apart again, and you can very, very easily get entrapped into being yourself the way you were. Reach out to God. Thank God each and every day that you have another day alive on this beautiful earth. When you go to bed tonight, when you take your shoes, sneakers, or slippers off, instead of putting them by the edge of your bed on the floor, stick them shove them under your bed. That way tomorrow morning when you wake up, you will be forced to go on your knees to retrieve them from underneath your bed. And folks, simple thing is while you're on your knees, thank the Lord that He is allowing you another day on this beautiful earth. For every person that breathes right now, there is another person somewhere in the world that's breathing for the last time. For every time I'm blinking into this camera, there's somebody closing their eyes for the last time. So I thank my God each and every day that I am privileged enough to live on this earth. I am privileged enough to bring my message into your kitchen, living room, homeless shelter, jail, wherever you might be. God is allowing me to be alive another day, and I thank God for that. And folks, you really have to understand that you cannot live with an addiction, learn to live with an addiction, without having a four-letter word called hope, and the only thing that can give you the hope for a better tomorrow is God. Pray to God, thank God each and every day, pray about whatever situation you're in, no matter how bad it is, have a positive outlook, and things will start getting better in your life. Stay away from the people, the naysayers that only talk bad about other people, that only maybe criticize you from your past. Stay away from those people. Think positive, everything. No matter what you do in life, think positive, and positive results will come. Folks, I just want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I want to thank each and every person that listens to these 30 reasons to quit alcohol, because if you're still drinking, pick out 15 of these 30 things and see maybe if they're not worth regaining back in your life, and if they are worth regaining in your life, maybe you should quit drinking, and maybe you should take your life back today. Please have a great day, but more importantly, please have a sober day, and may God bless you.